What did I
Now
do?
let's see if the preview comes in. I'm good. Are you good?
No, hold on. Jeez. What is going on? Oh. All right. It's working. All right. Rock and roll, dude.
Let's do it.
Oh. Ow. I just pulled some thin set out of my leg hair. Oh.
Gotta love that shit. Dude, wait till you ever get it in your belly button?
In my belly button? Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, that's awesome.
Try to reach across to like forget a spacer clip like way across, and then you got like open thin set right underneath you, and your shirt pulls up a little bit, and it's like, bam.
Oh my God, hell no. Yeah, I got it on my back the other day though.
Yeah. How about I get
Bumped
it?
into the bucket.
Yeah.
All right, so what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining in. We've got our guest Leon down here. Leon, if you want to break us in, kind of do your bio, let us know who you are, how you got in the trade, and we'll go from there, brother.
Yeah, definitely. For anybody that's watching that doesn't already know me a little bit, so born and raised in Florida, Frostproof to be exact, and really small town, not too many people. From there, kind of jumped around a little bit, doing a little bit of everything, jack of all trades, but nothing ever really stuck. Just a mind that wants to learn everything, but just never stayed in one spot enough to really bring any of that on. Well, that's when I started working. Before then, it was well, you guys kind of know a little bit of my backstory. There was, and I'll dabble in that just a little bit, just to try to stay more involved in the trade and whatnot. But
brother,
a lot of a distracted life, man. Just wrong parts, wrong side of town. There's a lengthy history of, running in with the boys in blue, and very recently just made the decision, like, to want to do better. I found myself in a spot where I'm like, shit, dude, this is not where you want to be. And then from there, I just started getting to work. Had to change a lot about myself as far as like my mentality, the way I carry myself, the way I express myself, the way I communicate with people. And just to be able to to have a conversation like this, back then it probably wouldn't have happened. It was a lot of slang terminology, and dude, it was a fiasco.
You were a different man. That's awesome, though, buddy.
After meeting you, dude, I just can't even imagine this person that you describe. It's
it's wild. I swear to God, I look in the mirror, I'm like, who the hell are you, dude? But I'm like, you know what? I'm glad you're here versus the other guy, because it wasn't definitely not something that I was proud of. You know what I mean? But I use that instead of like wallowing that, which I did for a long time. I used that, and then I was like, all right, fuck. Well, if this isn't what you want, dude, you gotta fucking hit the road running every fucking day. And at the very beginning, I didn't have a plan. It was more like whatever the hell I got on my to-do list, whether it's just go give an estimate or go put some flooring down, or sometimes there was a lot of periods where I didn't even have that. It was just whatever the hell you do, just apply yourself to make sure that you create the best situation that you can for yourself and for anybody else that's involved. And just started to build proactive and productive habits from there, and just enjoying the ride, man.
Love it, brother. Love it, brother. I'm proud of you, man, because you're doing better for yourself now. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of just being honest with myself, man. So there was a time where I did some time, and it was I had a lot of time to reflect when I was, obviously in that little bubble. I had a lot of time to reflect on who I had become, and then from there, kind of started to analyze my thoughts, my behaviors, and yeah,
That's
make
good.
change.
Hey, you're doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Where a lot of people sometimes do good and then they shift to bad. You know what I mean? So you're doing it the right way. Where hey, the life you lived that might have been the past, but it's not the future. So I'm proud of you, brother. That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Definitely. And
Oh yeah.
it's interesting to see. Like, I think back, I've got plenty of pictures from in there and before then, the lifestyle before then, and it's interesting. Like, damn, all of that really happened, and it's just it's a reality that I keep in the back of my head just to remind myself, like, it's fucking happening, dude. So
Yep.
just yeah, dude. But I appreciate it, man.
I can
Of course.
say you're a joy to be around, man.
Oh man,
hang out with you for 3-4 days down there, and you're a cool dude. And I don't know, this character that you were in the past, but you're a great dude now, man. So I hope you know that.
So down to earth, buddy. So down to earth. Love it.
I will say that I was humbled for sure, and then I was like, yeah, fuck that. You don't want to do that again. So tighten up,
Yep.
But no, yeah, coverings was a blast, man. I really had a time walking and seeing all the boots with you guys. It was definitely something that I'm still getting used to, like having a group that's wants to do better and everybody's kind of on the same page and like we got to get it. One way or another, we're gonna get it. And that shit to me is like
just one big towel family, brother. I love it. Everyone looking out for themselves. You know what I mean, and each other. It's great. It's awesome to be a part of that.
It is. It's interesting and it's fun, man, for sure.
It was surreal getting to run into you that first day. That was even before I got to talk to you. I was just like, holy shit. From your videos, I know exactly who you are and what you're looking like, and we knew we were going to see each other. But it was just like, there you are. So
man, when I heard your voice and you're like Leon, and I looked up, I'm like, in the moment I saw your face, I was like, that's Robert. I know him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man, that was cool for sure. It was definitely like, it was like now I don't have to look at a screen. Like I could see you. I'm like, wow, this is cool. You got people that are coming from all over the nation, and some people even from out of the country, getting together to network and kind of help each other out and learn. And it was
share those common goals. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, definitely.
It was really cool. What is it when Amos taught those people from Monolith the cornhole at the little get together we were at for the third one? They've never been to the U.S. and he even said it last week. He was like, that was one of the best things, and you could genuinely tell they were so stoked. And it was just, like I said, it was a great feeling, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
To meet you guys and kick it with y'all. And I'm appreciative because Leon actually drove me around. I didn't have he drove his truck and I didn't have the truck there, so we got to kick it a little more. We went to the baseball game together, and it was a hell of a good time, man. I can't wait for the next time. We're going to be in your backyard, so it'll be nice. Definitely looking into being there at the Orlando next year. And then, I can't wait, man. It's going to be awesome. We're going to look back and see where we grew from just last year to there. All the good times, all the projects we completed, and what we're using at that time. And you know what I mean? It's just going to be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I remember the first time I think I met you right before I met, on Instagram, informally met each other. But I was talking to you right before I got introduced to Kyle. And I remember Kyle specifically because he's got this badass program where he can show his customers like kind of a 3D
layout. Yep.
That was the first thing you messaged me about.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that's badass. Where did I get that? And he gave me the rundown on it. And it kind of just been kicking it since then.
I wanted to show you more of it when we were at coverings, and we just didn't have time. I wish we had more time to everyone to kick it. Really, it was.
Dude.
It was just so crazy. It all happened so fast. It felt like
it really did, man. For me, my ADHD. I kept telling you guys like my ADHD wants to pull me in 10 different directions because there's so much information coming at me from different areas. It's like, like what do I do? So by like 2 or 3, I was
damn. I should have went to the baseball game because you didn't want to watch it either, and we could have talked about SketchUp at the baseball.
Dude, that was like the fastest baseball game ever. Like honestly, we got stuck in that parking garage longer than the baseball game, I think.
I was just about to say it took us longer to get out of that parking garage than it did.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun though. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do it again. Like I said, next year I've already kind of been talking about you know, with you guys getting a group together, maybe doing Disney World or Universal or something, you know what I mean, hitting it one day right before coverings and just kind of having a day where we all can just relax and just chill and be ourselves, you know what I mean? So I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Wait, did I see that there's a Super Nintendo World coming out? They're building?
I think I saw something like that, yeah.
I know they have one in Japan. And my little brothers, both of them, I got one that's 31, that's 33. They actually just flew out today to Japan. They're going to be there for 3 weeks. And I'm like, you lucky dogs, you. That's on my bucket list. So
all right.
I wish I could have went.
Since we're just on this tangent real quick, you know, and all right, when Mario starts up, what does Mario say?
It's a me. But it's not. It's a me, and it's super, right?
Itsumi, yeah. It's Japanese.
See,
super.
I didn't know that either because I always thought it's a me Mario, but it's actually like Japanese for Super Mario. It's like, what the fuck?
I know, dude.
Dude, every time like I see that, like in my head, you know what I'm saying, it's a me Mario. I didn't know that. I swear to God.
Yep.
Itsumi.
Wow.
That blew my mind when I read that too. I was like, nah, no way, man. Okay. One of those. I had another moment today because we were talking about how the snow was coming in over at my project. And I talked with a gentleman, he's over in Germany, and he was saying, oh yeah, it's what is it? One Celsius equals 32. And I was like, I had to look it up because I haven't been in school in 20 years. So I'm like, nah, it's 0 Celsius equals 32 Fahrenheit. He goes, all right, good. I'm not the only dumbass. I go, no, dude, it's us together. Don't worry, brother.
We'll find a way out of here together.
Oh, dude. I was like, I didn't know. He goes, oh, he felt so bad. I go, no, dude, I had to look it up too, man. Don't worry. I don't know that shit. Not off the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, at least one of us, because I still don't know what it is, man. I've got to check out like my temperature gauge on whenever my son and I go fishing. I got to check out the temperature gauge, you know, for that. And luckily, it's in Fahrenheit. If it was in Celsius, I'd be lost.
Oh,
I'd walk out in shorts when I need like 2 pairs of or something, you know.
I'm gonna be able to go the first time this year and do some fishing on the 20th. I kind of ran my schedule around, and as of now, everything works out according to plan. I'll have that Monday off, so I'm gonna go out and get to use the baits from your son, and then also do some trout fishing and just kind of much needed time to just decompress, get away from everything, and reset, and then hit it again. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be good.
Good, man. Yeah, let me know how those baits work out, man. I'm sure he'd love to.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll get some content for him too. That'll be good, man.
Kyle, do you fish?
Not much, man.
Yeah.
Not really. I do a fishing trip with my buddies every now and then, every few years, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, some people have.
We got 2 big lakes right here in Nashville.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Some people have their thing. Some people. It was honestly for me. It was difficult for me to sit in one area and do something. You know what I mean? But after I got in with him, it was like. I'm with my son sometimes and I forget he's my son. I'm like, bro. He's like, bro, and it's just like this, you know, we just kind of mesh together.
That's my true Fast and the Furious moment when I fish, man. It's you know, when he's like, you know, the 10 seconds or less and all that shit where the mortgage goes away and all that. For me, all the bullshit fades. Only thing that matters is what's in front of me at that moment. And like I said, I hit the reset button and it feels good. It feels real good.
Yeah.
I need it. So let's talk about the tile job that you're on right now. Those funky looking tiles you're doing. They're pretty sweet looking, man. I've been seeing you post on them.
Yeah.
What sizes are they?
It's got an odd measurement. It's like 10 by 22 or something like that.
Okay.
Those fucking stone tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wonky looking tile. It was the first couple of cuts I had to do, man. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of threw me off a little bit because
A little confusing. Yeah.
so I didn't really know where to gauge my measurement from because there were. Let me see. I messed up. I gotta be honest. I messed up like two of them because it's got a part where it starts here. There's one here. There's one in the middle. There's one up. So I messed up two tile, but eventually now I know where to measure it from and where how to gauge that and whatnot. But it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's looking really nice.
Did you offset them when you laid them, or did you just do them like
Stack
a
'em.
grid?
Yeah, basically stack them because of the way that they fall in place with each other. Yeah, and I did check to see if there was any way that I could shift them to stagger them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not. There's like literally one way to put them in, and that's it.
They start to. Yeah, I did some kind of similar to those. They weren't cut the same way, but they were weird like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't really stagger them. It kind of looked like you could, but they started to get off.
Yeah, it's like a jigsaw. Like there's one way to connect them, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That was kind of like when I was doing the Panamon right now with those they were sheets of what is it, river rock, and the way that they have them gridded, naturally you kind of had to follow that same pattern. And then I'd still pop some out so that way you don't see the seams. But from now on out, Kyle does them free-handed as well, and I'm just gonna start doing free-handed river rock sets because it was I think much more easier if I went that route than trying to fight those goddamn things.
Honestly, I think it is. I think it takes less time.
Oh, they go together. I've done them in the past with actual pebbles, and that one came out beautiful, and this one came out beautiful too. But it was much more kind of stressful when you're popping all these pieces, you're trying to grab the grid, trying to get all the pieces back in the spot, and when it was just like, fuck it, I should just rip them off and just start flowing. And yeah, from now on, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, same thing. It always comes out. Well, I started doing that. I think the last one that I did. Everything else before then, it was I had grout lines that you could see, but I saw one guy do it on Instagram, and then from there I was sold on the idea. Just take them off and put them down one by one because you get it's just a cleaner install. Everything looks tight. It looks natural versus these chunks, and they're separated by.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks awful.
Yeah.
What are you using for your spacing on the tile that you're on right now? I think I saw you using a level system. What are you?
Yeah, it's 4-pack just because Cisco Flooring Supplies is right here. It's like 20 minutes down the road, so I get all my stuff from Cisco Shoreline, and I read the box. It recommends a 1/4-inch spacing.
Okay.
So I've got 1/8-inch spacers, but I'm using 1/4-inch
pegs.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I was watching you doing your stories and I was like, oh shit, I wonder what I didn't know if they were going to go tight or if they were going to just naturally have to have something like that. So that's awesome. I've never done anything like that yet. So personally,
first one.
Now, is it completely outside or is it still enclosed or is it going to be completely exterior?
No, it's a lanai, so everything's wide open. It's closed in. There is a what's it called, like a patio door or whatever, but
okay.
Yeah, it's all exterior.
So like water can, rain and stuff can actually access it.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. See, for me personally, I haven't done anything exterior yet, so I want to tackle as much stuff as I can. I'm kind of like you, want to learn as much as I can. We've got one life, so why not try to maximize what I can do with it? And for me, I'm trying to learn.
What was your process going down on it? Like, did you put down like a membrane, like a liquid membrane, or a?
Yeah. So let me see. I put down the Aqua Defense as a crack isolation membrane.
Yeah.
Yep.
And before I even did that, I had a couple of guys, cool guys. I don't want to put their name out there or whatever, but they were like, "Hey, are you gonna put something down?" I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it down on the whole thing." I was just gonna do initially I was just gonna do the cold joint. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But then they're like, why don't you just do the whole thing? And I was like, shit, why don't I just do the whole thing? So
Yep.
I just did the entire patio, and I used the aqua defense because it's crack isolation.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, at the end of it, I felt a lot better doing it, full on versus just the cold joint. I'm like, well, I don't know. I just had this feeling of security in the back of my head. And
You just teleported.
God, I'm having connection issues over
So
here.
you just
man.
teleported. Holy
I
shit.
missed the answer to the question. What happened? You had some guys do what?
Tell him.
So yeah, at the beginning, I was initially just gonna do the cold joint, just run it over the cold joint. But as I was about to do that, I had a couple of guys, really good guys, like they're always dead on with straight on with me. They were like, so why don't you just go ahead and do the whole thing? I'm like, damn, that's a good question. Like I don't have a reason in my head why I shouldn't do it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do the whole thing. But yeah, I put the crack isolation membrane down, and then I squared out the wall just to make sure that everything was gonna go, come out evenly. Even with that weird tile, it was difficult for me to understand how that was gonna happen. But all the cuts on the outside, they're the exact same measurement all the way down, and I'm like,
That's awesome.
That feels nice.
Oh yeah,
nailed it.
Unless you're an installer, you may not realize how satisfying that is. But
oh hell yeah,
definitely.
dope, dude. So what you got left to do on it? You just got to grout it, or did you grout it today?
No, so Home Depot shorted me. So actually, can I take 2 minutes? I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, but I got a story.
Go.
Home Depot kind of shorted me on some. But hold on 1 second.
Classic Home Depot.
Hey, lucky dog. I don't even got one of those yet.
You don't
So
have
what
a
are you
Home
working
Depot?
on? No, we got a Home Depot. We got Home Depot. I'll say in a bathroom. I ain't got no bathroom out here though.
You don't have a bathroom at your house?
No, I've got bathrooms inside it, but I gotta leave too. Nothing out right here where I can access it though. Talk to me about what you're doing then.
Tiling a dang shower, man.
Yeah. Have you
Using
grouted
these
the 4x4 of the hex yet?
No.
No.
I'm gonna grout it all same time. I don't like to grout and then throw a bunch of like paper and blankets over top of my grout immediately after. So
there you go.
I just wait, just cover it up, protect it so I can get the walls going. And I'll grout them all together.
Sick. I saw that miter cut. Did your girl do that? Is that was she the one?
Yeah. I taught her how to miter today, so she's pretty proud.
Yeah, dude. That was clean as shit too. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. She's
killing it.
In, like I got it. I was like, all right, now go miter the end. She's like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, this is the corner piece.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
Wait, like, you got miters going on? You got miters going on in your build, Kyle?
In the shower, a shit ton of them.
Damn, bro.
It's 2x8 tiles. It's a 5-foot bench with a 5-foot niche.
Leon did that backsplash with the miter returns. I haven't done one of those yet. That came out beautiful.
And I'm doing miter returns up the side because it's 5/8.
You bastards! Oh, beautiful.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check out. Is it on your stories? I haven't really been on to check out many people's stories today. I've been everywhere and trying to get everything situated so I can be here with you guys tonight.
Yeah, I just got the bench and the first row above it tiled in. Check it out, bro. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, it came out looking good. I was checking it out before here. I like the color of the tile too. It's beautiful blue.
Dude, I love it. And every piece that I cut off just looks like a perfect little tile. Like this shit is so soft. It cuts so nice. I'm like, we're all. So
gorgeous.
Like, I'm definitely going to use these for something eventually, probably like 50 years from now, but I'll carry them around. I got
like 3 days left to set this floor tile, and then I'm going to come in Saturday, grout it, and then seal Monday, and then Tuesday come back and do the put the vanity, the toilet, caulk and silicone, anything, clean up, and then get out of there. So it's gonna.
You're putting the toilet and vanity in?
Yeah, I pulled them out. I'm gonna probably get Odie stuff to put in the for the toilet, but the vanities should theoretically go right back to where it's supposed to be. It's the same one. So Brings me back where I used to work. I did all turnkeys, so I would be in charge, one-man band, do all the demo. They actually made custom cabinets there, so we'd have to come in and either reface cabinets or we'd have to put in new ones and then build the drawers and do all that. So I'm like, I miss it and I don't miss it. You know what I mean? So
Tell me this. Do you think
Yes.
tile is harder than that shit?
I love tile work. I mean, tile work is to me, it's the same as what we call like finished carpentry. So I mean, yes, if you're like refacing a cabinet, you got to be pretty damn precise on it.
Right.
Otherwise, it looks like shit.
But what about like doing drywall? You think tile is harder than drywall, right?
Yes and no. I mean, if you're spraying a bunch of texture on the wall, then yeah, it's totally easier. But if you're doing a level 5 finish and you want a flat wall, you're putting your ass out there and you're fucking you're sanding, I mean, I don't know. Drywall is a technique too. It's a finish technique as well.
I think tile is the hardest, man.
I think drywall definitely. I mean, every trade really has its difficult points and its physically demanding, points. Tile, I kind of lean towards what Kyle was saying. Like tile, it's a different monster, man. Especially when you have miters and you have, if you really want to be, if you precise with your stuff, I think there's this thing with aesthetics. There's this whole thing with like layouts. Boxes like 50.
I feel the pressure is on with some tile, dude. When I'm like doing some electrical, I'm like, it's just fucking, it's all the same. It's so easy. Like,
yep.
Doing some drywall. I mean, I don't do ever like super intricate drywall, like a dome ceiling or anything, but like just a square room, like I slapped that shit in there, like, but tile, man, the tile, like, I'm like, that shit keeps me up at night,
Man, there's this thing with and I've talked to some people. I might have mentioned it with you, talking with you guys about it, but there's this whole factor of like mental health and driving yourself insane, trying to get everything squared and clean and level.
Yep.
That I'm definitely with you on that, Kyle. Like there have been jobs where I know something's off like a 32nd of an inch, and I'm just like, dude, it eats me up.
Think about it.
It eats me up.
About it, like,
and they'll never see it though. But you know what I mean. But it eats us up. Yeah, I get you.
You like wake up in the dead of night, and that's like the first thing on your mind. You're like, fuck, dude, I'm a piece of shit.
Wake up, man. I can't even go to sleep. I'm like, fuck, it's in my head. I can't go to sleep. Yeah. No, for me, tile is big up, or what is it? Grown up Legos is what I call it pretty much, man. I love it. I loved playing with Legos as a kid. I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I got getting that pattern. I just start flowing. And I love it, man. That's why I'm passionate on that. I've done everything, and I don't miss getting on ladders. I don't mind getting on 6-foot ladders, but I don't miss getting on fucking 20, 30-foot extensions racked and knowing that I'm just going to fucking splat like a bug, and then I'll be out with, if I'm paying for myself, there's no workman's comp for me. So it's like, God damn it, dude, I'm over that shit.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Siding. No.
I'll take siding over. I've done doors and windows, and that was what we used to do. And it would be two guys, me and Ed, both on extension ladders, sometimes going 20, 30 feet up, holding like a 6-foot window on each side on these extension ladders, nothing strapped to us, walking this fucking thing up. And it's like, okay, if someone fucks up here, you gotta let go, and otherwise you just get whipped. And then not to mention you're cutting out the fucking aluminum windows with a miter saw, and if you hit something and it kicks on you, like someone my size, that motherfucker wants to toss me off that ladder, and I'm like, dude, nah, man. I don't miss it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell no.
Tile definitely has it's a different beast. Every trade has its areas of expertise. Tile is definitely one of those. There's from what I've experienced in a way, I've only been doing this for a couple of years, but there's this factor where it allows for creativity, and it allows for a bit of self-expression in every install, because layouts 90% of the layouts that I've done, the installs that I've done, customers always like, well, what do you recommend? What do you suggest? Contractors like, well, what do you think, we should do here is this size. And then that's where like I give a piece of myself. And then because I've now inserted a part of me, now I feel like I don't want to say I'm more pressured, but I definitely feel like I'm more obligated to, bring this creation to the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially if you put the pattern on the line.
Yeah.
It's something crazy for yourself. You're like, damn.
Tile is definitely an art
form. Time to
I've said it
deliver.
before. Tiling allows you to become the artist. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of trades out there that have that artistic technique to it. I mean, you could probably say landscaping has that if you're going to be designing, a nice outside area. But I mean, if you're painting, unless you're painting a mural, you're just painting one color on the wall. It's not really, you don't get that artistic feel. You don't get that out of a lot of the trades. But for me, with tiling, you do, because like you said, there's so many things you can do with that one piece of tile. You can change the pattern. You can actually allow the veining to flow. It just brings it out. And I don't know, it can really bring things to life. And for me, I mean, I don't know if the homeowners appreciate it as much, but I appreciate it, where I sit there and I enjoy every moment of it. I put my headphones on and just get in the zone and just allow it to come to life.
Yeah. Definitely requires a lot more patience, I'd say, than most of the trades, with the exception of like finished carpentry, like you said. But even finished carpentry, I still feel like isn't on the level of tile. Like, wood is easier to cut, in my opinion. Where like, you guys follow Luke Capasso? That dude's funny as fuck.
No.
What's his?
He's a tradesman, but he's like a funny tradesman.
Okay.
His name's Luke Capasso. He does a little bit of everything, but you've probably heard some of his original audio, like other people just putting it on the reels. Like, it's like, yes, the tile guy.
That's him.
The pretentious tile guy. These pricks don't even wear steel-toe boots because they just float across the ground, carrying across their fancy 6-foot German levels, judging everyone else's work. Yeah. That's the dude.
That's him. Oh shit! I always wondered because I saw Kip. I think Kip used it on one of his reels, and then I saw Heavy use it, and I'm like, is Heavy using Kip's? But his name's Luke. Sorry.
Yeah, Luke Capasso. He's funny as fuck, but he does a little bit of everything. But if you hear the whole thing, he goes on to say we'll say these are the only guys that have to come in, and your material is never the same. It's not like all the other trades. They're always working with the same shit. It might be a different situation, but it's the same material every time. Where it's like with tile, you're just thrown into this situation all right, it's this shape and it's this size, or it's this size and it's this thick, or it's this thick, or it's different sizes. Fuck it. Put it on the wall, make it look good,
That's why I like what I'm doing right now, because I'm able to kind of continue to work with different customers, and they pick the tile that they want, like they should. Past where I was working before, they sold a lot of 12 by 24s. It was all made by Florida Tile, or we would do 4 by 10 subways. And I did a ton of every one of them. And then it was the same prepping material, same everything. They wouldn't do linear drains. They were not open to it. So it was, you got used and so fast, but it was also, to me, so outdated after I was done with it. I'm like, okay, why aren't we going with the new trending stuff? Why aren't we doing this? And they just never wanted to. Their philosophy was, if we're not, well, we lose money if we don't do this. And it's like, God, just adapt to where we're at. So that's where I'm happy where I'm at right now. Is somebody wants to put on huge panels, let's go, let's do it. It feels good. He says no liner, boo. Matt from Odie's on. Everyone say hi to Matt. We all met him there at Coverings.
Matt, that's a good
dude. I hopped on Matt's live the other day.
Sorry,
he was
cutting up some flange wrong, Matt.
Oh no! I'm gonna be getting some Odie parts, Matt. I'm gonna be installing those on my toilet and vanity, so I'll make sure to have a little content up there. But Matt had a live the other day. It was fucking awesome. He was cutting up some steaks. His whole freezer outside and fridge was just literally meat. Oh, dude, it was a hell of a good live. I hopped on. Jealous.
I missed that one.
Oh, dude, it was beautiful. I was like, all right, his steaks were like this thick. It looked like, man. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Yes, please.
Yo, so back to your Home Depot story.
Oh, Home Depot. So, okay, so this customer had called me a couple of weeks ago, right before we all hit coverings, and I told her, the next couple of days I'll come by and I'll get the measurements. She's like, "Oh, don't worry. Home Depot sent somebody out. I got the measurements. It's 200 and some odd square feet." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." She's like, "But for some reason they won't install it. They haven't given me an estimate on it. So, and I don't think they're either they can install it or they don't want to install it." I'm like, "All right, well that's weird." So go to coverings, come back. A few things change around, so I'm on this job now, and I get there. I get about halfway through, and I realize I'm at a thin. I got like one bag of thin set left, and I'm just over halfway. I've only got like 3 more boxes left when I've already used like 12 or something. And then I go to the garage, and are we gonna have enough tile to finish? I'm like, no. She's like, well, I ordered, you know, 10% extra or whatever. And this is where I took a little bit of responsibility in my head. So they were off like it was like 245 square feet, which is what the pro told her. It actually ended up being like 312 square feet. So I shorted like 7 boxes. Um, yeah, I've got to get like 3 more bags of thin set to finish. So, moral of the story is always measure your shit. Always, even if somebody came,
She should raise some hell and try to get that shit comped.
Yeah, you guys probably already do this. Me, for some reason, I put faith in somebody that wasn't myself, and it came back to bite me in the butt. But
the Home Depot Pro.
I'd be going to talk to the store manager and be like, "Hey, yeah, I'd be like, hey, hold on a second. You sent out your pro. Your pro underestimated this, so that sounds like it's on y'all's fucking plate. Y'all are going to be paying for that shit.
I
now.
wouldn't have picked this tile. I would have picked something cheaper. Now I have to tear it all out. You better make it right."
So that happened, and I told myself, well, dude, you gotta fucking take me.
I'm telling you, dude.
Pull it out and just But I don't know. I showed up and I'm like, well, it's already they already got the square footage. I'm not gonna bother with it, but lesson learned. Just one of those things I chalked up to experience. And I talked with her. She was understanding. She's like, well, no, it's not your fault. I want you to get compensated for your work. And at that point, I was like, well, good. I don't have to bring that whole thing up. So she was super cool, and I was like, you know what? Just whenever they get the material here, just call me. I'll go pick it up. She was understanding, and
cool, man.
Essentially, I dropped the ball. I should have measured it and got everything. Being the active contractor, I just thought that you had to multiply length by width, and I was wrong there.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man. I mean, did you just talk to her over the phone, or did you actually go out there?
No, I talked to her over the phone before we went to coverings, and I went out there after we came back from coverings. And while we were out there, it had gotten delivered, so everything was on site. Everything minus the thin set, which is what I provide.
I got you.
Yeah, so I get there, and she's ready to go. I'm ready to go. So start slapping stuff down and get just over halfway, and we only have like a couple bags of thin set and a couple boxes of tile and whatnot. So it is what it is.
Well, that's cool that she was cool about it. I mean, and that she was just, she's a cool client. I mean, you didn't even have to mention like, damn, this is more work than I quoted you for. And for her to just be like, yeah, it's more work. Just let me know what I owe you. Like, those are the best people to work for, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I'm big on is like anybody that I do work for, whether it's a contractor or a homeowner, I haven't had the opportunity yet to work with a designer, but I'm gonna start looking heavily here pretty soon because I hear that's the dream is to work with a designer. But anybody that I work with, like my whole thing is just provide the best experience that I can for this person, because it ends up working out both ways. They're super understanding. They will turn around and like tell everybody, how the visit was, how the install was, how this
Yep.
person goes, and every time something comes back to me, they're like, "Hey, you did such and such this place." She was super happy with it. I saw pictures of it. I saw the video that you made. They customers like that when they put something together. But yeah, my whole thing is just an experience thing. If I can help somebody's install, because it's scary especially if you've never had somebody come in and start tearing your home apart and whatnot. Like if you could just add a little bit of like understanding or if I can add a little bit of understanding to that whole situation, it makes them a lot more comfortable and ends up with it. So yeah, she was cool. She was definitely cool. She was like, well, I gotta pay you for for your work. And on my head, I'm like, yeah, you do, but I didn't.
So were you gonna just eat it if she hadn't said that?
No, I would have brought it up. I would have. I would have just been honest with her and said, "Hey, it's going to be this much more work." At that point, I would have had to like draw the line and say, "Well, this is what we agreed on. This is not what the case is."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you want to continue, or do you just want to pay me?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't have to. I didn't come to that.
That's cool,
good,
man.
though.
I'm glad it was just a smooth,
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
No fighting
deal.
over that. That's awesome.
Yeah, most times it is. I mean, worst case scenario, something happens. I'm not gonna pull out my ego and say, I'm first. Which is
That's the one thing with like I'm trying right now to push more towards GCs and designers myself so that they can feed me work. But I will say the one thing that's bad about that is you quote a GC on like a new build. If there are those gray factors that you didn't account for, you do just eat them. And it's like, okay, I don't know. It's kind of hectic, you know what I mean? Because you should have thought about that. Oh, you didn't think about metal edging here. You didn't know this, unless you've got to really cross all your T's and dot your I's at that first detail and make sure everything's good on that contract. Otherwise it can come back and haunt you. So I love still working for the homeowner, but I think work will come in a little quicker if they're feeding me work. So I don't know. I'm juggling between the two right now.
I feel like it's a trade-off though. Like, homeowners, GCs are fucking cheap, dude. Like they'll let you put green board with red guard over it in the bathroom.
They won't give a shit as long as they get paid and they're out of there and they're on to the next one.
I'm fixing one of those right now.
I was gonna say the one that you're doing right now, where you had that vertical tile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fucking sick. The bench is made out of drywall too. Pretty cool. So that thing was not rotted yet though, so I'm only doing the front of it. But
what do you mean? That's art. That's
but
that's custom. Sorry,
yeah,
that's custom.
But that's what another point I was about to get at. GCs are cheap, and you kind of lose artistic value. They want 100%. They just want you to come in and put some subway up real quick and some penny tile down.
Their reputation's not on the line. Your reputation's on the line. So I mean, me as a tile setter, if I go in and work for them and I do what they want, it still comes back and bites my ass and my reputation. They're over there going, well, we hired the guy. He said he knew what he was doing, and like I said, they move on to the next fucking one. And it's just, I don't know.
So, I mean,
what I call slap and go.
Oh, and the other thing about new construction is you got all kinds of fucks walking around on the job site. So it's like, if you can't be there for a day, maybe if you just want to leave early, you got to take all your shit with you. Because, like,
100%.
you can't trust anybody. You just can't.
100%.
People will steal your stuff. So
I'm going to go probably up to Montana, and it sounds like I'd probably go help Amos up in at the end of August, September on that nice new build he's got. And I'm like, okay, part of me. Part of me wants to bring my truck though and all my tools, and then a part of me is like, God, I don't want to bring anything, so I don't have to worry about anything. But I'm just so comfortable with what I work with. I don't want to take that adapt time to kind of get used to what he has, where it's at, and all the above.
Yeah, Amos, sell him the pallet, bruh. Make that 1,000.
It'll be good. It'll be good. As of now, I talked with him. It sounds like it's the end of August and September, and mainly I'm just trying to get out and obviously work with as many as you guys as I can. Just do some collaborations, just have fun. That's what life's about, man. So
look, it'll be on the topic of Amos real quick, and since it's so hot on the socials, the Kiesel is legit. He gave me some bags of coverings, and I used it today. And I started at the top front side of my bench with the miters, and
no sag.
Just stuck them on there, boy.
Then went down, hell yeah,
back.
See, I talked myself out of using the bag I have for the heat. What is it? The hearth. I said no. I was like, all right, I have some X77 laying around as well. I'm just going to use that. It'll work just as well. And then naturally, I can use the Kiesel on a backsplash or something where I can actually see the effects of it. So I'm excited to finally get to use it on something.
Dude, it's like a Wendy's Frosty consistency.
It's excited.
It's crazy how like smooth it is, like how smooth and easy to trowel it is, and it still has that non-sag factor, being just so whipped, so just really
I'm going up to I'm going up to work with Andrew at the end. Yeah, going up to work with Andrew at the end of the month, and Zeph, he's going to be on our podcast in June. He's the rep for US. It sounds like he's going to come out and meet us because he wants to meet me there, and I'm gonna talk to him and be like, all right, so what are the prices on that pallet and all the above, and just fucking see what all the products they have to offer and kind of go from there, man. I'm excited.
22 or 2,400 or something like that. What is it, Amos? What is it? Somebody knows.
Did you see the new E-Tile and Tile Bro video today?
I saw the one of E-Tile with when you hear another tile saw in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So I watched that one this morning, but then fucking Kurt made one Tile Bro like this afternoon where it was the same clip of him looking out the window, and then Kurt's just running his wet saw like, what the fuck, dude? He goes, he thinks he was like, E-Tile thinks he owns the neighborhood. I was like, dude, it's the best mashup ever, man. I was cracking up. I was like, now that's gold. No.
What? Did he just teleport? Oh, no.
I know. That's where I was like, holy shit. We're having teleportation in this one.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, dude, you'll get a good laugh, man. I was laughing my ass off leaving the job site today when that one launched. I was like, all right, that's gold.
All right, what are you guys talking about?
The new E-Tile video where he was jamming that Kendrick, looking out the window saying, when you hear another wet saw on your job site. But then Tile Bro made one coming back at it where it was showing, I don't know if you saw the Tile Bro one where he's running the wet saw outside the window. Like, what the fuck, man? It was fucking, you got to see it, dude. Like I said, I got a good laugh. I was like, that's awesome right there.
What up, Casey? Casey knows every tile from Lowe's.
Casey, Tile Dad? Dude.
Yeah, Tile Dad.
He hit, Casey, what's up? I can't see anybody's comments like you guys can. So, but I did see where he hit that tile dead on and you like put it up in the shower. I'm like, damn, I don't know any other person that could have done that or has done that.
Boom.
Yeah, he matched the other one too. There's an accent strip that runs up.
That's what you said, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Casey knows all the tile.
Dude, man.
Got some spotters on you, Casey.
He might know tile from other places too. I don't know, but he definitely knows the Lowe's tile.
Fuck yeah. What up, Ryan? Trueline Ryan just hopped on too. He's saying what up to everybody.
Ryan, what's up, brother?
Man. Had some good people hop on tonight. Well, let's we'll open up some questions if you got any questions for our guest and let us know if you got anything for Leon, and yeah, we'll go from there. What's the next project for you, Leon, after the Lanai?
After this one, I got a couple of estimates that I'm waiting to. I actually got to reach out. I've been so busy. Normally, I follow up in the next couple of days. It's been like 4 days. I haven't called anybody back, but I've got 2 showers. I've got a home. I've got to tear out the LVP. She wants to put tile down. And I saw when Andrew posted that video about having guys come out, dude. If I wasn't, and I'll say this, I'm lucky that I've created thing where people are actually starting to call me now. If I didn't have anything lined up, dude, I would have hit Andrew up in a heartbeat to float some walls, man. Because I don't know how to do that. And plus, it's like a huge opportunity just to go learn from someone that's been in the trade, and like even beyond that, like the guys definitely got some years.
That's why I'm actually going out and doing that. So I'm actually excited to do that because mainly to have him as a mentor to say that he taught me how to do the mud set. That was number one. And then to know that I could go lend a hand and kind of prove my worth. So I was like, all right, that's number 2. And just kind of, I don't know. So far, we've only gotten to, I didn't get to kick it with him at Surface, just at the meet and greet when he signed the shorts. And then this last time was actually really cool where we all got to be together. And, you're with, I call them legends. You're with legends and you're just enjoying every moment of it. And it's going to be cool, man. So I'm looking forward to going. Hopefully we get to do a little collaboration on some content. Otherwise, I'm ready to work my ass off. He goes, just go for 4 days in case you suck. I was like, dude, I ain't gonna suck, man. I was like, I'm gonna fucking bust my ass off. I was like, so you're gonna see me work, man. So it's gonna be good.
I didn't really know what to
Mario.
Whenever I heard he was gonna be there, I didn't know what to expect, because he's this way, and this is with everybody, let me just point that out first. But there's a way that people carry themselves outside of within their content, and then outside of that content, you don't really know what to expect. So I go up, I shake his hand, dude's super chill and a lot more like down to earth.
Down to earth.
I realized he could have been. I know that he has his own story, definitely. And I respect the shit out of that. Anybody and everybody that's worked themselves in a position to have opportunities like that, like fuck, you can look at that and be like, well, he got lucky, or you can look at it and be honest and say, no, this motherfucker worked his ass off and put himself in a position where he can provide quality and value, bring value to the market. But yeah, super cool, dude. Till he called me a fucking enchilada. No, I'm just kidding.
Spicy enchilada, he said. A spicy enchilada.
Nah, we were shooting the shit, and I forgot what the hell I was saying. I was like, the whole enchilada. He's like, I wasn't gonna say that. I was like, dude.
We were on a chat, and I gave out my number before covering, so I was like, all right, here's my number in case anyone wants to hit me up. And Amos sends me a picture of his feet, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna get fucking dick pics in no time. So I'm like, all right. So I send a picture of my fucking nipple, and the next thing I know, fucking Andrew's like, damn, dude, I thought your body would look better than that. He was like, you got a fucking Euro body, and he just starts body shaming me. I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Oh, is that why he brought that up? I saw him.
That's the joke now. So every time I'm like, oh, you want this Euro body? Let's go, brother. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's like he's like, yeah, come over, bring that Euro body or something whenever
Yeah, because Kip goes, I want a flat top and I want a round belly. And he looks at me and he goes, Robert's already got that going. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm slightly gaining weight this year, but I'm not fucking, no, dude, no. But you've got me wanting to hit the gym again, Leon. So that's where I'm about to get a membership and start doing at least an hour in the morning or in the afternoon after work, and just kind of getting back in the groove, man. So it's going to be good. I'm excited to do that mentally, physically, and all of it. It's going to benefit. So thank you. Yeah. You motivated me, my friend.
I'm glad I can provide, value and bring quality to people's lives now, man. It's something that I apply myself to. And a lot of people don't realize, like, like they're like, man, you're in shape. You go to the gym all the time. And I'm like, fuck that, bro. I got to be in the gym. That's where I reaffirm
Therapy, man.
mentality. Yeah, and it's therapeutic as fuck. Like that's where I go and I build to build up the character, the mindset of like whatever the fuck comes at you, you know, I'm hitting that fucker, dead on straight, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
That's
after
your
it.
reset. I mean,
Yeah,
naturally, you can reset your mind if you go there. It seems like, you know what I mean, and get ready for the next step. So I love it, man. I love it.
yeah, for sure.
Don't
Yeah, man.
don't let up.
You guys ever do any hot yoga, man?
Not yet, but I
Uh,
want to.
Dude, I love
it's
some
got to
hot
get hot here to do yoga.
yoga.
Oh yeah,
Nah, you get a hot yoga studio though. It's man, some real stuff, that's
Okay.
that compression and that stretching. I mean, especially if you're going through some stuff, man.
Okay.
Get in there, and I mean, it's the same thing as going to the gym, but it's just like that total what is the word?
I feel like installers, we're always going through shit, man. With tile, we're always going through something, dude. But
You got to remain flexible, man. Otherwise, you're going to fucking pull something real quick. I can tell you that because I'm jumping on the floor right now. I'm moving back and forth, trying not to step on shit. And I'm like, man, I'm not as flexible as I used to be when I BMX'd. But, man, I'm like, okay, I want to get back to where I was.
and you're button, man, I'm telling you.
Telling you, I got it around my back the other day. I bumped right into it. And I was driving home. I'm like, what the fuck is on my back? Oh, God damn it. Huge old splot. And then today the homeowners aren't there, so I was cleaning the tile and shit. So I take off my shirt and everything, and I got my kiddo. She FaceTimed me when she got off work, and she's like, "Why don't you have a shirt on at work?" I'm like, "Well, no one's here, first off, and second of all, it's fucking hot, so I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just by myself. I'm living life."
All right.
But it was good. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Well, brother, any other topics you want to touch on? Ryan says sweaty balls. Yeah, that can happen, dude.
Sweaty balls.
I think he's talking about your yoga.
Oh, dude, yoga. I've tried yoga a couple of times. Not hot yoga. But dude, it's an ass kicking, man. But it's walking out of there. My first yoga session I did was actually, well, being honest, it was on the inside. Inside those walls and that fence. With a lot of dudes that had been in there for a while, and these guys could fucking like walk on their hands, like do a whole bunch of crazy shit. But walking out of there, man, pulling those tight muscles and getting that those nerve endings to unravel and unwrap, man, it was like I walked out of there soup. I had this huge this body high that I don't think I've been able to replicate to this day, where I was like I walked out of there like in bliss. I'm like I love this feeling. It was awesome. So
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm telling you, go to like a hot 26 poses, 90-minute session. You'll be sore for the next 3 days if you've never done it before. I mean,
All right, I'm doing this.
I mean, I'm for real. Like, you might come to some realizations in there doing some of them poses, those heart opening poses. You might start crying or some shit. Realize something about yourself. Like,
that's that feeling that I had, man. It was like I cracked myself and open, and it was like, wow, all these emotions are just fucking flowing. Like,
I'm not fucking kidding, dude. It's some real shit.
oh yeah, it's badass, man. Like, I respect the shit out of yoga because it'll get you to like like you said, you'll have these moments of self realization and like.
Yeah. I don't do it like regularly, but I was talking to a lady about we need to get back into going to it because it's just great.
Fuck yeah.
And I've been really tight lately, and so I'm just like, need to do something. Stop sitting around on the couch after work at night.
Gotta do that goat yoga. We got a bunch of fucking goat yoga places around here. Do they have that in Nashville?
Goat yoga? Man, they got goat everything down here. Goat bars.
God damn it.
Goat daycare. I don't know. Yeah, they do have
Oh,
that
shit.
goat yoga in the park and stuff like that. Goofy.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we've got those everywhere here. That's one. It's hippie. They love it. They love it. So, well, fuck yeah, guys. Well, we're coming up on an hour. Any other topics you want to touch on, Leon, before wrapping up?
So when's the next convention meet? Does anybody know? Is it?
I know Surface is going to be in January, the end of January, and that's in Vegas every year.
What month are we in now?
What's up?
What month are we in now? Dude, I'm so like
May.
Dude, we're already in May.
I know. But yeah, there's that one's the next biggest one, and it was really cool. Plus, have you been to Vegas?
Not yet.
See, that's a good reason to go. So I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's 2.5 days versus 3.5 at Coverings. Coverings is definitely more all tile, I realized, but Surface was cool because it's still a third tile and it's huge. And it's in Vegas, so you can kind of go to that. You can go out, you can enjoy yourself at nighttime and see the street life and go see shows. You can go do whatever you want, man. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. So that's at the end of January, beginning of February next year. And then I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. If you guys are going, I'll definitely be there.
You heard of
I'm gonna be there. What is it?
What's up, Kyle?
Is that the one that's in Massachusetts, Boston this year?
Let me see. 2024.
The Seeker guys were telling me one that's kind of more installer based, and then essentially you.
No, this was in Vegas back in February, so I don't know where it'll be in 2025.
Oh, is that kitchen and bath?
Yeah, kitchen and bath industry show.
See, I haven't gone to that one. I would like to go to that one too.
That one seems pretty cool. I mean, I guess a lot of guys go to that one, but I don't know, man. I'm new to all this trade show stuff.
Same here, man.
I'm a hack, dude. I've only been tiling for like 5-6 years.
I know. Well, for me, I always knew about Surface and the Tile Expo, but I didn't know about Coverings until I was over there. And they're like, "Oh, are you going to go to Coverings?" And I'm like, "What's Coverings?" And then that's when I realized how old Coverings was and how the hell I'd never heard of it. But I'm like, dude, it was cool.
I knew about it last year. It just wasn't like in the cards for me to go last year. But
then they got this mud expo in the fall, but I don't think I'm going to go because I'm just not a mud guy for real. You know what I mean? So
I kind of want to check that out. Speaking of mud, I was talking to Mark Christensen today because I tagged him in my story, so we were talking. And have you guys seen him and Isaac Ostrom do that mud float class?
Oh, sick! No.
Tile coach Isaac Ostrom. Which I don't know if he is at Coverings, but you guys know who that is, right?
No, I'll be honest with you, I don't. Not yet.
Tile coach, man, I feel like he's one of like the OG.
Oh yeah, dude.
Tile coach, yeah.
YouTube guys.
Yeah, he was over at Surface.
So him and Tarkus Tile do a mud float class together now, and they're hosting one at the end of June. Which I'm not gonna go to that, but ideally I'd like to make one at the end of the year. So, if you guys are interested in
let me know.
That thing. It'd be cool to meet up with the boys again, learn how to float some balls.
Yeah,
continuation of the party, man. That'd be awesome.
Anything that you guys hear of, any events, any like webinars, any of that stuff, dude, fill me in. I've only been doing this for of this shit.
Fuck yeah.
I've only been 2 years. It's I don't know, I'm like Robert, like I want to know everything and I want to know it now and I want to hurry up and fucking get dirty and
Yeah, dude.
Get in there.
Dude, I can't believe you've only been doing it for 2 years. I've never even tiled a fucking ceiling. What the hell?
Every time I say I've only been doing it for 2 years, Kyle's like, dude, I haven't even fucking tiled a ceiling yet, and you already tiled 2 years.
I mean, I'm just like, fuck, man, that's badass.
Well, he did Leon did that, was it 11 foot, 6 foot? I haven't done a shower that big either. I'm like, dude, you're killing it, brother. You're killing it.
You did an 11 foot tall shower?
11 foot wide, all poured pan.
Oh yeah, the one that I put on the
Beautiful.
Dude, that shower, that shower kicked my ass, man. But it wanted to. Fucker was fighting back for sure, man. I did 90% of that work by myself, and there were moments where I would look at the wall and just just I was just thinking about my life, and like it was putting a whooping on me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I fucking know, bro.
You know that feeling?
Oh my
Staring into
god.
the walls, and you're just like in a daze, and you're like, holy
Yeah.
shit. This
Staring
every
at that floor last week. I bet Rob feels the same way working on that floor he's been working on.
Oh,
When he told me he did a 1,000 pieces, I'm like, dude, I'm probably goddamn close to at least like 600, 700 of these fuckers. So I'm like, if not 1,000, because like they're 6 by 24. So I'm like, what is that? That's 1 square foot. And if it's 1,000, I want to count. And I'm like, dude, but a part of me doesn't want to know because I'm just like, I'm so tired of seeing wood plank right now.
Still, when you
And there's only like nine different. Oh, there's 9 patterns. So I'm sitting there and I'm having to sift them out and make sure they don't hit and everything. I'm just like, fuck, dude. I'm so over it. I'm ready to get in something different.
I do get into the middle of a project every now and then, and then I almost like forget everything. I feel like sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta finish this? I did this? Shit.
Yep.
You know? I'm like, all right.
I'm excited. The next fireplace
together.
I'm on, I've got a stacked stone, but I'm going to be mitering the stacked stone because this one I just did, they bought outside corners. They worked. But this one I'm actually going to miter because it has 90 degrees and it has 45 degrees, depending on the hearth and the upper. So I'm actually going to take the time to fold those stacked stones, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging, but it's going to be fun. So it'll be good. I'm excited. It'll also is small. I can probably put my hands around it. So I'm like, oh, dude, compared to doing this massive floor, I just want some fucking little things for a couple times, and then sure, give me another one. They pay great, but God, dude, they're beating the hell out of me.
Yo, Leon, did you float the pan in that big ass shower?
I did, man. I had
How many bags?
How many bags? Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, it was so he had somebody pour concrete in there to build the shower pan, but they oversloped the shit out of it. So like if you would have stepped in and there were water, you're going straight into the drain. Like it was bad. So
ramp. They like pre-sloped that.
it was like a harsh pre-slope, but so there was already like 2 inches worth of concrete there. But also with the dry pack bags that I brought in, it was 14.
Yeah.
14 50-pound bags, yeah. And and that's already being on top of that concrete that was there. So had that concrete not have been there, it would have been a whole nother fucking story.
Oh yeah, dude. You'd be looking at me like 40 probably. That's nuts, dude.
Damn.
Biggest one that I've done to this day, but I'm grateful for it because I got so much experience from that.
Oh, it came out gorgeous, dude. Gorgeous.
I appreciate
it.
What
did I tell you? I said, I go, dude, you could have a party in there. And he goes, dude, the homeowner actually mentioned about having a party in there. I was like, hey, look at that.
Fucking he's a swinger.
So,
yeah, dude.
When you get done, he's like,
oh, too good.
Big ass shower.
Well, brother, keep it up, man. Like I said before, don't let up. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm very proud of you, man. I'm very proud to call you my friend. So you're an awesome guy. Like you said, you're probably one of the first 3. I was you, Jason from level 5, and then Missy were really my first 3 that I kind of connected with before even getting to meet Kyle when I started this account. So, I mean, Leon, you're an awesome dude. I'm very proud of you, and I can't wait to look back when we get older and see where we all kind of started now and where the friendship began from all 3 of us. And dude, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
Gonna have a moment where we're gonna look back and be like, damn, that's where we started. And I remember before the podcast even came to be, like we would, shoot the shit, kind of message each other and just be supportive on one another. And a year from now, it's gonna be a thing, and then 5 years from now, it's gonna be like, well, can't believe it. That's where it all began.
Heck dude, yeah.
We need to get on some travel jobs with each other.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
Seriously, I wouldn't mind it. I'm down.
I'll let y'all know. I'll be looking out here. If I can get something big, then yeah, I want to do some collaborations with you guys. So that'd be awesome.
Look,
So
I can book the work. I can overbook myself in Nashville. I definitely can. If
let me
somebody
know.
Come to Nashville and do work.
I'm trying to go anywhere and everywhere. I mean, so far I've gone to California, then one in San Jose, and then now if I help Amos, that'll be in Montana. Going back out to California to help Andrew, but I'm trying. If I can see more of the world, let's do it, dude. Let's do it. So the only thing that sucks is the taxes. If technically you're supposed to pay each state their portion of taxes, that's the only headache of it. But otherwise, no, I want to do as much work with you guys as I can. So let's do it.
Figured out if I can get a big one down here, which is what I'm busting my ass is trying to get my myself known to the Central Florida. Shit, I'll make sure if it's the lemon's worth the squeeze, man. I'll get a couple plane tickets, Airbnb, and
Mario actually just said he's got some projects. So message him. Have you gotten to meet Mario yet? MGG.
No, not yet. We've talked a couple of times, man. Mario's a cool dude. He's
he sure is.
Yeah, been supportive and helped me out. I've had a couple questions, especially at the very beginning, and he helped me out with not code, but layouts and things like that, things of that nature.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. So he's offered to fly me out and do some projects out there as well, which I'm definitely open to it. I'm just kind of getting everything scheduled right now, and obviously with the kiddos, got to make sure everything's good, and then yeah, I don't know. I want to enjoy it. I want to go have fun. So
yeah,
well, fuck yeah, gentlemen.
Man. I'm gonna link up with all you Florida boys. I think I'm gonna come down in August, and I'm gonna have to link up with all y'all.
Love to have you, man. Both of you guys.
Leon, get a hold of Mario because he says he's got a shower and a big floor that we can do. So if you're interested, give him a call or DM him, and then kind of look into that and see about that. All right, brother.
Yeah, as soon as we jump off of here, I'll reach out and I'll message you, man. Appreciate you, Mario.
Love it. Well, I loved this. Like I said, this is awesome, man. I love getting to talk with my friends, and I don't know, man. It makes me happy.
Yeah, it's a few good ones here in a row after getting to meet everybody too. So I'm telling you, I love that we lined it up like that. It's cool as shit.
We're gonna have the whole group pretty much because next week we've got Randy. He's coming on. The only one that didn't get to join us was Phil the next week, but then we got Kip after that even. So it's like, dude, the whole crew's still together. So it's gonna be awesome, man. We're gonna continue this thing going. So it'll be good.
Yep. He's a man. Kip's a badass.
Oh, dude, we can learn so much. I learned so much. He's only 2 years older than me. I'm 36. He's 38, and it blows my mind that he's able to teach me so much, and I love it. I mean, he's kind of. It feels like he's my big brother. So I'm trying to step up. He's only 38, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, and he's smart as fucking hell. I'm a big data guy. I love collecting data, and that's the one thing I'm learning from him is how much to collect and all the above. And he's the reason why I'm also thinking about what's always next, because for me, I was satisfied where I was at now, but I wasn't really thinking what's next until I started getting with Kip. And it's kind of, okay, I got to constantly think that, and it's going to be awesome. So.
Yeah, it keeps things interesting for sure. From the 2 years of experience that I've been applying myself to life, it keeps things interesting, and just be a crazy believer in massive growth, and dude, you'll never be bored.
Hell yeah. Well, next week we got Randy. Leon, it's been awesome talking with you, brother.
So I got you guys.
Keep up. I can't wait to see that project get wrapped up when everything gets delivered. So make sure you post it and send it my way. We'll repost it for you. And like I told you before, man, don't let up, man. You're doing great.
Appreciate it, man. I don't give myself another option these days. So
hell good. Yeah, dude.
We're always here.
With you, bud.
Cheers, brother. Have a good workout, and we'll be back next week. We'll hop back on about Mario says switch Randy and Phil. We'll see if that's an option, because Phil's going to be at Mario's house next week.
Get a little two for one in.
Hey. Oh, It's all right. Actually, if you want to, he said he missed it. You guys rock. Thank you, brother. We'll have it on YouTube, so you can also hop on here and check it out if you need to. But thanks,
Mario,
guys.
let me set some jobs up, bro. You come up here. Sorry, I was responding to something he said. I could have texted, but I'm lazy. I can talk it. He'll hear it.
Too good. All right. Well, we're going to end it tonight, but we'll be back next Tuesday. As of now, it will be Randy, but we'll see if Phil and Randy can switch. We'll check each other's schedules, and yeah, we'll go from there.
I think Randy will be okay. He just doesn't want to follow Kip. That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
He said that. He texted that to the top.
Don't give Randy a choice, man. Get in there, Randy.
So you want us to put Randy after Kip? Just do him dirty.
We've already moved Kip. We're not moving Kip again. We moved Kip for Zeph. We're not doing that. No. Kip's our man. We're keeping him there too. All you guys are staying.
No, Kip's the end of the month.
Yeah,
Randy might, maybe.
I'm actually going to be in with Andrew that night, so I'm kind of hoping I can get Andrew and Ed on this as well. So we'll see what I can pull. So hopefully that'll be a bonus if we can do this. So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, man.
But everybody, have a good night, and we're gonna go ahead and end this. Leon, you can stay on for 1 second. We're gonna end the stream. All right, bud?
Yeah, sounds good, man.